Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a magical day so far. If you're new here, my name is Becca and I make lots of Disney content, so if you like that sort of thing, please do subscribe down below because you'll be really helping me out. Okay, in today's video I'm going to be doing a Disney World Would You Rather, and I've seen a lot of people, like a lot of other YouTubers do this, like Jade and some other people, and yeah, I thought I have to do this. And I did ask over on Instagram stories if you'd rather see a Would You Rather or a Disney Q&A, and it was very close, but the Would You Rather edged it just by a little bit, so I'll definitely be doing that one today, and maybe I'll do the Q&A another day. So I did ask over on my Instagram for people to send me some Would You Rather questions, and I also found a site that did some really good questions as well, so I thought I'd do a bit of both to get you some really juicy Would You Rather questions. And if you want to play along, please do. I think it's going to be really fun, and count how many you matched with or disagreed with and let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear some opinions on all these things that I'm talking about, because not everyone has the same opinions. Like, please don't come for me in the comments, but I would definitely love to have a discussion with you about them. So grab a cup of tea and let's get started. Thank you for everyone who did send in their questions, and I will try and answer all of them in this video, and if not I will probably do a part 2 maybe. But yeah, so the first one is a difficult one, and it says Space, Splash or Thunder Mountain. So if I know, I'm going to rank them. So for me, I loved Thunder Mountain the first time I went on it, but once I'd been to Universal and I'd done a few other more extreme rides, Thunder Mountain just didn't give me the thrill that I would have hoped the second time around. So, and I love Space Mountain, like, I think that's such a good ride, and I also love Splash like so much, and I'm very excited for the new Princess and the Frog re-theme. But like, I don't want to get wet all the time. Like, if I'm going for a nice meal after my day at Magic Kingdom, like, I don't want to get my hair wet and my makeup ruined. So only for that purpose is I'm going to knock it off the top spot. So I'm going to go Space, Splash and then Thunder for me. And I know so many people will be like shouting at me right now, and that is absolutely fine. Let me know what your ranking is for that one down below in the comments. Next one is Elsa or Anna, and this is actually quite easy for me. I would definitely say Anna. I think we have a much more similar personality type, like bubbly and overexcited, loves chocolate. Yeah, I just think I'd get along with Anna a lot more than I would Elsa. So yeah, that's the only reason I'd go for Anna. Next one, oh my god, this is a horrible question. This is like asking to choose between two children, and I don't have children, but this is what I imagine it being like. Only see Fantasmic or Happily Ever After again. Okay, so anyone who knows me knows Sorcerer Mickey is my favourite thing in the world, and Fantasmic is literally my favourite show in the world. So I would have to pick Fantasmic, but I love Happily Ever After so much. Oh, that's so hard. No, I have to go with Fantasmic. Just the villains, the characters, Sorcerer Mickey. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I would very much miss Happily Ever After. Next one is get stuck on It's a Small World or Figment for the entire day. Okay, I've been stuck on It's a Small World, and I don't know if I've told this story before, but on our last day of our trip in May 2019, I booked an ADR for Be Our Guest for dinner in the Magic Kingdom, where you get to meet the Beast and everything, and it was like probably the most excited I've ever been for a dinner reservation before. And I was Disney bound in as Belle. I'll insert a little picture here. And for some reason I thought I didn't want, well, I had some logic. I didn't want to book any thrill rides for that day, for that night, because I was all dressed up and ready to go out, you know, fancy, as in a dress, and did my makeup and hair and everything. So I didn't want to be getting like covered in water on Splash Mountain or getting messy hair from Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So I thought, well, I'll book some of the nicer rides, you know. So I booked Enchanted Tales with Belle, obviously, and I booked It's a Small World, and that just happened to be our last ride of that trip. And we got stuck right near the end. So you know the exit part where it's like, where it says goodbye and everything. Yeah, we got stuck there for about 20 minutes, and it's getting closer and closer towards the towards the reservation booking, and I was like, oh my god, we're gonna miss Be Our Guest because I'm stuck on It's a Bloody Small World with the song repeating over and over again. And from that day I vowed to never ride It's a Small World again unless I have children, and even then I don't know if I could do it. I understand it's a Walt classic, but I just can't. So for that reason I'm gonna have to say Figment, just because it just brings back some PTSD. Just to clarify, we didn't, but we got off the ride and I ran to Be Our Guest, the check-in thing, and the woman was like, oh, you're absolutely fine, like you've got no problem, you're not late. And I was like, so although I tried my best to avoid any of the messy rides, by running through Magic Kingdom I kind of did get sweaty, messy hair, all the things I wanted to avoid. So thanks It's a Small World, thank you Walt Disney for that. So yeah, I'm going with Figment for that one. Would you rather go to Toy Story Land or Galaxy's Edge? Okay, so I've only been to Toy Story Land, I've not done Galaxy's Edge yet. I was there the year that it opened, but we went in May and it opened in August, September. So I did miss that out. So I think I would have to say Galaxy's Edge, just because I've not been to it before. Like, I love Toy Story Land though. As you know, my puppy's called Woody and it's such a good film. And yeah, I would love to go to Toy Story Land again. Like, I love Woody's lunchbox for quick service, and I love Slinky Dog Dash and Toy Story Mania. They're two of my favourite rides in Hollywood Studios. So as much as I love Toy Story Land, I want to see Galaxy's Edge, so I would happily not go to Toy Story Land to experience Galaxy's Edge on my next trip. So I'm going to go with Galaxy's Edge. Eat a Mickey. Next one is to eat a Mickey ice cream or the popcorn. So with popcorn, like, I have a weird relationship with it. So I love toffee popcorn. Like, anyone in the UK has had Butterkiss toffee popcorn, like that is everything. But I'm not that bothered about sweet or salty popcorn that much. So I would much rather have a Mickey ice cream bar. I know you can get them in America in Target or something. Over here you can't, which is quite similar to like a chalk ice. It always reminds me of, like, I used to eat them in primary school all the time. And yeah, and it's in the shape of Mickey. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the ice cream bar for that one. Next one is ride all the rides or meet all the characters. Oh, I love rides. Like, I'm a big thrill ride person, and I think she means all the characters that are in the parks normally. So, you know, all the princesses and Mickey, Minnie, etc. I think I'd say ride all the rides, because this isn't Magic Kingdom specific, and some of my favourite rides are in Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom, like Flight Passage, Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, all those. I don't think I could not do them on a trip. I'd much rather skip the characters, because my boyfriend Tom's not that bothered about characters. So on our next trip I probably won't meet that many, but we'll definitely be doing all the rides. So yeah, I'm gonna go with ride all the rides. Okay, next one is ride Big Thunder Mountain or Seven Dwarfs. Ooh, they're both quite similar when you think about it. They're both the same level as thrill. I just think the theming on Seven Dwarfs is so much better, and obviously it's a lot harder to get a fast pass for. So I think I'm going to go with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It was the first ride I ever did in Disney World. So it kind of has like a little special place in my heart. And obviously Big Thunder's my least favourite of the three mountains. So yeah, I'm going to go with Seven Dwarfs on that one. Next one is go on Peter Pan's Flight or Winnie the Pooh. So I've done both of these rides. I've done Peter Pan's Flight with my mum and dad, and I've done Winnie the Pooh on my own. And I was actually disappointed with Winnie the Pooh. I think it's because I did it as like a 20-year-old. I think it doesn't hold that much nostalgia for me. Whereas Peter Pan's Flight was like, and still is, one of my favourite Disney films ever. And I just thought it was so cool, like when the cast members like did the little pixie dust and then your bar comes down. I'd love to do the walk through queue for Peter Pan's, but it's just always like 45 minutes to an hour whenever I've been. So yeah, I'm gonna go Peter Pan's Flight. Next one is Frontierland or Adventureland. Ooh, that one is actually harder than I thought it was gonna be. I think I'm gonna go with Adventureland here, purely because I just love the theming of it a little bit more. And the cheeseburger spring rolls are sold in Adventureland, and so is Dole Whip, which are two of my favourite Magic Kingdom snacks. So I think I'm going to have to go with Adventureland for that one. But I do like Frontierland. But every time I go through it and Country Bear Jamboree's on, it just freaks me out a little bit. When the bears come out and I'm just like, oh, If anyone else has seen them, you'll know what I mean. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with Adventureland for that one. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to the Would You Rather I found on WaltDisneyWorldInfo.com. The page looks like this, if you can see that. So the first question is, would you rather see when the classic attractions are with their holiday overlays? And if you've watched the Imagineering story, you'll know that in Disneyland California they do the holiday overlay for Haunted Mansion with Nightmare Before Christmas, and I would love to see that. But as this is a Disney World specific, there's not many holiday overlays in Disney World. And if you watch Imagineering story, you know it's because a lot of people go to Walt Disney World as a like once in a lifetime trip, so they want people to be able to ride the classics rather than like a special thing. So for that reason I would say classics, because Walt Disney World doesn't really do that many holiday overlays. Would you rather do Finding Nemo the musical or Beauty and the Beast the musical? Let me think. Beauty and the Beast, and they've took it away and I'm really sad. I don't know if they've changed their mind on that. I hope they have, because it's literally one of my favourite shows. But yeah, I don't think they have changed their mind on that. So yeah, I'm very sad. It was such a good show. I don't think I can say any more without crying, so let's just move on quickly. Would you rather Ohana or California Grill? Oh my god, they're literally two of my favourite table service restaurants. To be fair, when I went to Ohana, it was the day of my 4-park day and solo day. Yeah, I did a 4-park and a solo day in one day on my first ever trip to Disney World. It must be crazy, I know. So by the time it was my 8 o'clock reservation at Ohana, I was absolutely knackered. And I was like falling asleep in my bread pudding. No joke. The restaurant is so cool. The view was amazing. We had like a window table, so we got to see the fireworks again. But same with California Grill, I booked both restaurants for the time that I'd researched, so that we were there for when the fireworks were happening over Magic Kingdom. But for me, the food at California Grill is just unbelievable. It was such a magical experience. You get to go on like a little balcony and watch Happily Ever After, and both restaurants sync the music with the castle projections and the fireworks, so that's really cool. So if you do want any tips on how to book those reservations, let me know. I'm quite a whiz at booking ADRs and fast passes and stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go to California Grill because the food was just right up my street. But I would want to retry Ohana when I'm less tired. Would you rather Epcot's Canada or Germany? Ooh. I think I'm gonna go with Germany because I love the smell of the Germany pavilion. You know, where it's all very, you can smell the Werther's store and all the caramel smells, and they've got the little beer section, and I like beer, and on my next trip I'll be 21 because I'm 21 now, so I'll be able to actually try that beer. Whereas Canada's is cool, and I'd love to go to Le Cellier Steakhouse, but I've heard so many amazing things, but I've also heard a few negative reviews. That's why I didn't book it for my last trip. We did Tepanido instead, which was really good, by the way. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Germany for this one, just because of the smells of the Germany pavilion. It's so nice. Oh, this is a really interesting question. I love this question. Would you rather add Australia? I did the accent then. Would you rather add Australia or Brazil to Epcot's World Showcase? That's really hard. I'd love to go to both countries. I've never been to either. I think I would want to add... See, I don't really know what the food is like in either of those countries, but like the theming for Brazil and Australia would be really cool. Oh my god, that's so hard. I reckon in Brazil, the Brazil pavilion would have like a little fiesta, a little like parade, kind of mini parade thing. I think I'm gonna go with Brazil. I just think it would have much more of a party vibe, so you can have like a little boogie while you have some nibbles and stuff. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Brazil. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Brazil for that one. Okay, so I've actually found another one from allays.net, just because I was enjoying doing this so much, and I just thought I'd add a few more questions just to cause some more controversy, I'm sure. So this one is, would you rather ride Haunted Mansion or Space Mountain with the lights on? I think if you did Haunted Mansion with the lights on, it would ruin a lot of the illusion of Haunted Mansion with the Pepper's Ghost and everything else. So I think I would say Space Mountain, just because I wouldn't mind. I think it'd be cool to see the track in person and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Space Mountain. I just wouldn't want to ruin the illusion of Haunted Mansion. Next one, would you rather only eat in Epcot's France Pavilion or the Mexico Pavilion? Ooh, okay, so one of my favourite places for breakfast in Epcot is La Hal's Bakery in France, because their croque short is unbelievable. I know I mention it literally every video, but it's seriously so good. But I prefer Mexican food, so if I only had to eat in one, I think I'd have more options in Mexico, because I'm not that big on French food like as a dinner, but I love Mexican food, like enchiladas and nachos and fajitas and all that. So I think I'd much rather only eat Mexico, just because I've had more choice there. And I love Mexican beer like Corona and Modelo. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with Mexico for that one. Would you rather stay in Cinderella Castle Suite for one night only, or in a Polynesian village resort bungalow for a week? I mean, obviously Cinderella Castle Suite, because it's just so hard to happen, but the Polynesian village resort bungalows are so much more accessible. Still ridiculously expensive and hard to book and everything, but there's more chance of that happening because you can actually book it, whereas Cinderella Castle Suite, you have to be invited by Disney. So if I've been invited by Disney, there must be a reason for it. And to say you've stayed in Cinderella Castle in the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World would be like the craziest, coolest thing to say. And would be the most amazing experience, like having your security guard outside your room so you don't sneak off to the Magic Kingdom in the middle of the night. That's pretty cool. And that bath with all the lights, oh my god. Yeah, 100% stay in the Cinderella Castle Suite. Ooh, this is a really good question. Would you rather sleep in Haunted Mansion or Tower of Terror? Tower of Terror, I love the theme in Tower of Terror, with all the like the hotel luggage and everything like that, like all cobwebs and stuff, and I think it would be such a cool sleepover. Imagine like a group of you and your Disney friends like all hiding out in there overnight. It would be so scary, but I think it would be so cool. Who else wants to sneak into Hollywood Studios and hide in Tower of Terror overnight? Anyone? Just me? Okay. Would you rather ride Expedition Everest or Tower of Terror? I would say Tower of Terror again. Hollywood Studios is like my favourite Disney park, and yeah, as much as I do love Expedition Everest though, I've done it several times. Once on my own on the front row and then several times with other people. But yeah, definitely Tower of Terror, because it was the ride I was most scared to do in the entire of Disney and Universal combined. Just because normally I don't like rides that just drop you. And we got speaking to some American friends in the queue, and in the fast pass queue, and they were just like egging me on so much, and they were so lovely, and we had a huge laugh about it after the ride. And I'm gonna throw in one last question that I thought of, and I think it's, would you rather stay on Disney property for a week or stay off property but go for 2 weeks? Now I think I would in this case take the off property for 2 weeks, just because I could go to the parks for longer. As much as I love staying on property, like I think I'd have to say off property for 2 weeks, because at least I can go to Disney World more. And it normally tends to be cheaper to do that, so I think I would have to just cut my losses with the Disney Hotel for that one. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave it a like and a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I am hoping to... I also apologise for not filming a video last week, but I have lots of Disney videos you can go and check out up above. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have any ideas for some future videos you'd like to see, please do let me know down below, because I'd love to hear your guys' ideas, because you're the people that are viewing my content, so I want to make things that you'd actually want to see. So yeah, thank you so much again, and I will see you in my next video.